Hi everyone, this is Sarah from Sarah's Hand Embroidery. I made this quick video to show you how I helped to match a friend's blouse to her sari, a traditional Indian attire. Saris are usually a 5 meter or so long fabric draped around the body of a woman by tucking it on the hips in a particular style, and it requires a blouse to cover the torso. Now, this friend bought a blouse for this gorgeous green and maroon silk sari, but it is not a great match for it. The black patterns on the white blouse does not blend in well, and she has no time to get another one and wanted to check if I can help her tone down the mismatch a bit. The only way to do it was to add one of the colors in the sari to the blouse. So we picked maroon as it would stand out better than the grass green. The question now was what to do to minimize the black and bring out the red or the maroon. I noticed that the pattern on the blouse used woven running stitch. That's it. Instantly, it occurred to me that the best stitch to apply was the laced running stitch. I will leave a link to the stitch in my description for you to check the tutorial. It is a super easy stitch to do, and it will not only be easy to do but also bring out the red color wonderfully without much effort and in no time. Just what we needed considering we had only a day in hand. I then checked for a matching red color in the Anchor brand embroidery cotton floss. Now, to weave through the existing running stitch, I really don't need a sharp embroidery needle. But a blunt chenille will be fine. The ones you would use for cross stitching. So I put the thread through the needle, all the 6 strands, knot one end, and get ready to stitch. I will start stitching on the sleeves first. To hide the knot, I pass between the two fabric on the inside of the blouse. Then I bring out the needle through to the front. Now I start whipping the needle under each stitch without plucking the fabric. Keep the direction of the whip same. You can already see the difference this addition is making. Keep at it. I will meet you at the end of the row. Now, when I reach the end, I do have a choice to end my stitch with a knot, but since the space between both the rows is less, I just carry my thread to the next row by carefully hiding the carryover behind the fabric. I continue the whipping again. Now, my thread ends midway, so let me show you how I deal with this. Pass the needle through to the back of the fabric. Now pass the needle under a stitch and create a loop to take your needle through it so that when you tighten it, it creates a secure knot. Snip it. Now take a fresh thread and knot it at one end. Bring it out, preferably where you ended the previous one. Continue with the whipping. You will see that the embroidery continues seamlessly. That being said, a little squiggle is okay too. This is how it looks like after I finish all the rows. The red is prominent, but I need more red, so here comes French knots to the rescue. I will space them between each V-shaped pattern to add that red and minimize the black. In fact, I'm doing the colonial knots here for more prominence and texture. Again, I will leave the link to the tutorial in the description, so do check it. Now, I did one row of it and I'm pretty happy with it. So let's see the whole blouse now. Yes, I sent a picture of it and she's super happy. There is more red and it goes pretty fine with the red in the garment. A quick fix for tomorrow's event. What do you think about my idea of using the whipped running stitch to change the tone of this blouse? Let me know if you liked this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do it. And don't forget the bell icon. That matters. Thank you so much for watching.